This intro was sent in by a listener, Mohammed Shakiba, and is in Farsi. Fortunately, I speak fluent Farsi and would be happy to translate.
موفقیت اتفاقی نیست. صبر، تلاش و نایس گایسان بیزینس باعث رسیدن شما به موفقیت میشوند.
Mohammed said, success does not happen by chance. Patience, effort, and nice guys make you to be successful. I'm not sure he's listening to the same podcast that I am. Need an education on how to grow your business? The nice guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Hey, wait a minute. I think we should definitely... This is definitely a day for the turkey blues. Don't you think it's a day for the turkey blues? Hold on.
Turkey blues?
Let me get my guitar. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh, my God.
Okay. All right. I don't even have...
Hey, nice guy community, by the way. What's going on? You what?
Sorry.
So Doug's got his guitar because it is Thanksgiving, and we're going to be talking about things that we're thankful for today. Welcome back, by the way. Apparently, it's going to be the turkey blues today. Hey, here we are with the nice guys. Doing a show on Thanksgiving. This isn't really recording on Thanksgiving, but it's going to be airing on Thanksgiving. And we are so thankful for so many things on the nice guys today. Oh, yeah. What were you saying? We were looking for things that rhyme with, turkey.
Turkey.
Right. We're going to be eating lots of turkey. And I'm sure the conversation will be quirky.
That definitely rhymes with turkey.
Quirky rhymes with turkey.
Definitely.
And my coffee, I'll be slurping. Oh, yeah, same key, I think, Doug. Same key, okay. Yeah, here we are with the nice guys. And we're going to be talking about things that we're thankful for. We'll get into a little bit more on the show in a bit. But I think I can think of a few things like all of our fucking fans. And especially Sonny Lake and Stephanie Sursland and Sean Carpenter. And, of course, the one I'm really thankful for so much every time I go to post something. Do you know who that is, Doug?
Bring it home.
That would be our production assistant, Anna. Because every time I go to post, I don't have to worry about writing up the show notes, and she does such a good job, and it's so much fun, and it saves me so much time. We love you, boo. Thank you, Anna.
Well done,
And we're recording this one so late. She's already done the show notes for our interview on.
I know. I saw that. I went to read my email, which there was. I don't know why I have 1,000 emails in my inbox right now, but I saw that Anna had already done the show notes for what day was that? Friday, Thursday,
That's Friday, and of course that reminded me that, hey, by the way, we haven't recorded a show for tomorrow yet.
Well, this is actually good. This is a good, by the way, excellent job on the lyrics there. What rhymes with turkey? So we have smirky, we have lurky, we have quirky.
We have Slurpee.
Did you put?
Oh, you know what? I should have said I'm going to go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. I was saying that I'd be slurping my coffee, but I could have gone to 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee because they're always open.
Very true. Very true. They're like Denny's, always open.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, the things that we have to be thankful for on this Thanksgiving day in 2016, Strickland. Hold on a second. I just got to get some stats up here. I just want to make sure that some of these are just like freaking ridiculous. Okay, so let me just come up with the obvious statistic, and that would be, hold on, let me just make sure I got my numbers right. Statistic number one, we are on, this is episode 256. Is that?
That's insane. What the hell have we been doing?
I don't really know. I mean, when you put out 17 episodes a day, I guess it's well, then I look at a guy like John Lee Dumas, and he's put out, I don't know, 1,600, and I'm thinking that's a long time. But 255, and I now, now that I have this new director of partnerships position with the C-suite,
Director of Partnerships. Is that your title?
Yeah, I got a title. I have a title and everything. I'm loving it.
Okay.
Now that I have a title and I'm talking to a whole bunch of other podcasters somewhere around episode 40 or 45, if they've done a good job or they've done any job at all, they end up quitting. I don't understand. Very rare. It's very rare. Most podcasters don't even get beyond the teens. And they're like, this isn't working. I'm like, what do you mean? We've been in 255 episodes and we know it's not working. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love this. I could not imagine doing something else any better with anybody other than you, Strickland Bonner. So,
well, let's get to two things that I'm just realizing before we get too deep into the show. First of all, we've not introduced ourselves. I am Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. Together, we are the Nice Guys on Business. But possibly more importantly, 40% of our downloads are from outside of the U.S. And do you know what that means?
They don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Exactly. They have no idea what the hell Thanksgiving is.
Oh, well, let's start with a Thanksgiving primer, shall we?
You mean a Thanksgiving primer, right, Doug? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Somebody confirmed that when we were at DC Podfest that it actually primer is the correct word.
The correct word. So what is the history of Thanksgiving? Like, I know it's like the Pilgrims and the Indians and giving thanks, but like for what? It's kind of weird because the Pilgrims come in, right, and they've got to deal with like winters in the U.S. that they've never dealt with before, coming from Great Britain.
Yeah.
And why would they have Thanksgiving in November? Like, that's when it's about to get butt cold, right? You'd think they'd be thankful in like March or April that they made it through the winter.
Okay, so what do you have I'm hoping that you have a response.
I have no idea. I just thought of it just now.
Oh, you don't know. I'm just looking it up right now. In September of 1620, a small ship called the Mayflower left Plymouth, England, carrying 102 passengers.
By the way, did you know that Steve O'Brien's real last name is Mayflower?
I do know that, as a matter of fact. I'm trying to get to is there a wiki version of what this is? Because this is a long, I've already lost my attention span, and this is not even.
Oh, forget it. Don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is, in the U.S., we all get together and we all eat lots of turkey and cranberry and stuffing, and everybody gets together with family, and we're thankful. So that's exactly what we're going to do on our episode today, is let you guys know all the things that we are thankful for. And one of those is close to 40,000 downloads every month that we're getting. Right?
That's ridiculous. I give thanks for that. I mean, I don't even like turkey that much. I mean, I do, but I eat it because it's a part of the tradition. But I truly give thanks to having 40,000 downloads.
No doubt. And before we get too deep into it, I'm going to say one more thing that I'm really thankful for, but it is a little bit of a plug. I'm thankful for our Amazon.com link, because anybody that shops on Amazon, and the reason I need to say this early on so we don't forget, is because you know what tomorrow is?
Tomorrow is tomorrow's Black Friday.
Exactly. Tomorrow is Black Friday. And for any of you listeners out there who know what that is, that's the biggest shopping day of the year. So anybody that is going to be shopping on Amazon.com, guys, we need some help, okay? We obviously, if you've been listening, you realize we've had no advertisers for like the last month or two, and we need a little help on supporting the show. And the best way you can help to support the show is go to our show notes, click on the Amazon.com link, and whenever you shop on Amazon, use that link. It doesn't cost you a penny more, but we get a little commission, because it basically tells Amazon that you came to Amazon through the Nice Guys podcast and you want to support it. It helps support the show, costs you nothing. So go to the show notes, click on the Amazon.com link, and put a bookmark in your browser for that. And anytime you shop Amazon, just use that link.
Let's put the link as the first thing that they see. And can we just write shop here? Can we just do that?
I like that.
Maybe just for tomorrow's, today's show, just for the Thanksgiving show. Let's not force it down anybody's throat. God forbid they do anything for us. But that's we don't want you to feel too pressured. We know that there's trophies for second and third place in the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Also, although I would like to only give a trophy for first place. So we don't get a trophy for being on third place on Overcast. Why should you get a trophy for never shopping with Amazon through the Nice Guys link? So why don't we just go ahead and put the link, put shop now. Make it really easy for them, Strick. They may not be the swiftest bunch, but I think that they're very. I think they're very generous.
Well, and it's so easy. So when you do these show notes, you click on the link and then just bookmark it. And when you bookmark it, just write Amazon.com. So anytime you shop on Amazon, you just click that link. And not to make our listeners feel even just a little bit more guilty, but if it does make them feel guilty, hey, that's their problem. I would love to talk about the Amazon listener purchase of the week. Except there haven't been any.
Oh, no. We had no purchases this week?
We had no purchases this week. Now, if I go to the last month...
Can we go to the Amazon purchase of the month? Is that
sure, we're going to have to, apparently.
Okay.
I'm going to say the set of 36 white tea light candles.
Ooh, very nice.
But again, I'm looking at the list of things that have been purchased. Like this book, Sell with a Story, How to Capture the Attention, Digital Relevance, the Enterprise Cloud, Wired for Story. Nice. And Adidas Performance Youth. It looks like it's all Sunny Lake.
No. I think it might be Sunny, but I think it's Mar. I think Mar is the one that made all. I think that Mar made those purchases. Can you give us a tally? I'd love to have the tally. Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Well, the tally for the
hold
month.
On a second. Hold on. My bell isn't working right. Okay.
We have a tally for the month. Yeah. Total that we've made this month, $7.52 over the course of the month. But let's look at
lifetime, year to date. What can we look at?
Yesterday, last 30 days, preset dates. Here we go. Let's do this year. This year. Apply. So for the entire year, which is almost over, we've made a total of $43.88. So let's see, we're 11 months in, so that means we're averaging about $4 a month. Does that help? Does that pay for the podcast?
That is not. Does it pay for the podcast?
That doesn't even pay for Libsyn, for our hosting company.
I buy bottled water. It doesn't even pay for my bottled water.
No, right?
All right.
But anyway, so yeah, I think we've beaten that dead horse enough.
I still give thanks for the Nice Guy community. For without them, we would not even have $4 a month.
True. Very true.
I'm feeling very positive about the things that have happened. So I don't even have any notes in front of me. I'm just trying to do a small review of the things that have gone on in this year that I have to be thankful for. And one of the things to be thankful for sure is that I still have a roof over my head, because I have the worst fucking landlord ever. I'm not thankful to my landlord. I'm just thankful that he gets my rent checks and actually cashes them so that I can have a legal leg to stand on that says that I can stay in this house for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I mean, that
sounds like a little kind of a twisted thankfulness, but okay, whatever you say, Doug.
Very, very thankful to to have a house that have a roof over my head, even though I can't stand my landlord. That's number one.
That's called a backhanded compliment. Yes. Okay.
The neighbors that leave me alone because I can't stand them, I'm very thankful for them as well.
Again, I think I would define that as backhanded compliment. Okay.
Let's see. What else am I thankful for? So many more things.
Well, I'm so thankful for our mastermind conference that we did a couple of weeks ago, and for everybody that attended and everybody that spoke, because I just think it was pretty amazing. It was a great, intimate get together, and I think everybody contributed. I was so happy about it. I'm happy for our. We have our Funkin' fans, and then we have our raging Funkin' fans, and our raging fans like Sunny Lake and Stephanie Sursland and Sean Carpenter.
Hey, not to interrupt the list of the people that do nice things for us, the ultimate, the raging Funkin' fans, but Stephanie Sursland, I get an email from her almost every episode just saying how great we are.
And I love that.
I know, I
Stephanie,
do too.
Stephanie, we love you. And you know who else? Tim Hill. Tim Hill has been incredibly active on the Facebook page lately. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I think just he's trying to keep his fingers busy because he's starving at this point. I'm hoping that he's finished with the whole 30 program at this point in the process. He's got to be 30 days into it.
I hope so, because you don't want to be doing that over Thanksgiving.
No, that would be what. You know what? I do think it did continue over Thanksgiving. Oh shit! Yeah? Sorry, Tim. We started this at the wrong time. I apologize.
You quit it at the right time, apparently.
Yeah, well, I did bail a couple of weeks before the end of it. So yeah, but Tim is doing very well. I feel totally guilty for bringing him into it. This was the third time through. This was the first time of the 3 that I actually didn't make it through. But I'm glad that I introduced the program to him because I feel like he's really embraced it. I see pictures on Facebook that he posts all the time of the wonderful food that he's eating, and more power to him. I think he's doing a great job. I'm hoping he's either taking off weight or just cleaning up his act or whatever his goal was. I hope that he's doing it and doing it well. So Tim,
cool.
Have at it, my friend. Thank you for being such a great Funkin' fan. Yeah, Stephanie and Sean and I haven't heard much from Stacy recently. Where have you had any side?
Stacy Sherman, I haven't either. No, what's up with that? She disappeared off there.
I don't know, but I still am thankful for Stacy.
Well, she has no concerts to review. I mean, very few because it's not the season anymore. So I think she would have lots of free time, but maybe not. Maybe she's staying busy doing other things, which would make me happy too. That's all good.
I'm hoping that Sunny hasn't tuned out recently because I haven't yet gotten the Sunny love as much in the last couple of. Well, that's not so true. I did get a note from her in the mail. That was really nice of her too. Yeah,
it's all good. And,
all good things.
I'm thankful for Muhammad and the art. I love the slot machine art from yesterday's show.
Yesterday's show, or was that today's show? I forget. Oh, yesterday's show. Right. As of the airing of this, it was yesterday's show. So yeah, Muhammad, he is one of the newer Funkin' fans, but he came through and he does the cover art. And does a great job at that as well. One of the things that I'm thankful for is Sean gave me this great idea. Sean Carpenter gave me this great idea. He does this. I forget what he calls it. I think he calls it his high five or something like that. But he gave me an idea. I do this. It's called the Countdown to Excellence. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 social likes or shares, 4 repurposed posts, 3 business development emails, 2 handwritten notes, and 1 phone call to a previous client. And I've done that pretty steady, except for the days that I've had to have an early appointment or been out of the house too early. I've done that every day since the Be More Biz conference, and I'm definitely noticing an uptick in people calling me to tell me to leave them alone. So it's definitely working. No, I don't think they're calling to tell me to leave them alone. Actually, I've gotten a lot of good response. Handwritten notes. There is such a huge benefit to writing handwritten. Do you write them? Because I know I've been a big proponent of writing notes, but I have not necessarily done it as consistently as I'd like to. But every time I send out a handwritten note, ultimately there is an email that's sent back to me. Hey, thanks for the note. I got it in the mail. So I think that's pretty cool.
I recognize the significance and the importance of them, and I've not done anything with them at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I should, but I totally see I definitely see the benefit.
Just like me doing yoga, I should do it, but I don't.
Like me doing meditation, I should do it. I just have not gotten into the habit yet.
I am totally thankful for meditation in my life. Had it not been for meditation, I would be a freaking mess. I know I would. I really do. It's gotten me focused, and it's put my head in the right spot. And meditation has definitely been a big help. And I think Sean Carpenter has adopted the meditation and nap apps that I use. I think he uses Headspace as his meditation app. I use 10% Happier. But we're both using PZIZZ. If you have not yet checked out PZIZZ, believe me, there's no affiliate in this. We're just saying this just because it's a cool app. Do you take naps at all?
Rarely.
No? Is it because you feel like you can't take a short enough nap or a long enough nap in order to satisfy your afternoon, or do you just not get tired?
No, I don't get tired. I'm usually, I'm working the 9 to 5, so during the day I'm usually working. Not my thing, I guess.
I get tired. I really do. One of the things I'm really specifically thankful for, is for my wife, because she puts up with me. I mean, there's so much. We live the house that we live in is a good size, and she works from the house also, and I work from the house too. But I know there's got to be some level of, I'm just always here. I'm always either podcasting or doing emails. And when I talk on the phone, I'm loud. And I'm sure that she's downstairs. She's probably thinking, what the hell? Can he just get off the fucking phone just for a moment to give me a little peace? I am extremely thankful to have my wife, Danielle, in my life. Not only because she puts up with my ass, but because she's amazing in terms of she's a great cook. Although she doesn't cook a lot, I wish we would cook a little bit more. She is when she does put her mind to it. She is a great cook. She's gorgeous, so I love that. She is a great wife. She's very attentive to any of the whining that I do. She makes sure that I get what I need. What else does she do for me? I'm telling you, she's just a big support to my business. I don't know if you have, if Kim, I know for me, I have a lot of business conversations with Danielle because we're both self-employed. And sometimes, especially being a solopreneur, there's a lot of misery that's a part of the rejection that you get in the sales cycle. And I don't love those sales calls, but she is, she's right there to just say, hey, that sounded really good when you were on the phone. You might want to try this or do. She makes suggestions to me all the time, and I love that. So they're very helpful. I'm very thankful to have her in my life. Does Kim do any of that stuff for you? I mean, or you don't do a lot of business calls from the house, do you?
As most of you know, I do work a 9-to-5 job, but I have a lot of time at home where I am recording podcasts with Doug, or I am working on podcasting stuff, or I am getting ready for band jobs or writing schedules and that kind of thing. And, my wife is incredibly supportive of all of the time and energy that I put into that in, the limited time that I have while I'm at home. And so it's all great. I'm in Kentucky right now. So for those of you who don't know, I live in Maryland, and I'm now in Kentucky with my family, my in-laws, and
Wait,
her side of the family.
Drive there? Do you drive there?
We drove there. It was about a 9-hour drive, and I got to tell you, it's a whole. And we got the minivan. My wife and I and my 3 kids. Now, fortunately, we left at like 7:00 at night, so we got here at like 4 a.m. So the kids mostly slept on the way, and we kind of traded out driving. But it's a whole nother world down here. Doug, I'm going to ask you a question, and if you don't want to answer, if it makes you uncomfortable, let me know.
I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it.
Do you own a gun?
No, I don't own a gun. But as a matter of fact, I would love to own a gun.
Really?
I would, yeah.
You see, I am not a gun guy. Now, I don't have any problem with other people owning them. I'm not one of these guys that's like, nobody should be able to have guns, but I just don't want one for me. I don't want it in the house.
What kind of gun are we talking about?
I think it's way too easy to get guns. Well, I come down here to Kentucky. I'm going to post a picture on the Facebook wall tomorrow because in the living room, there are 2 racks of guns.
Well, when you say guns, do you mean handguns or are you talking about rifles?
Rifles.
Oh, what's the problem with a rifle or 7?
or 20.
So there literally is like 20 rifles just on the wall
in 2 different racks, glass racks, 10 rifles each.
And are they like hunting rifles? Or are they a fully automatic weapons?
I wouldn't know. They look like hunting rifles, I guess. I don't know if they're like shotguns versus rifles. Again, I don't know guns that much. But what I find so interesting, and I'd love to get some feedback on the Facebook page about this. Obviously, we have 60% of our listeners are in the United States, and I'm sure a lot of them are down south or Midwest where guns are very prevalent, and it's no big deal. Hey, 20 rifles, what's a big deal? And I think they've got 15 or 20 handguns in other places, in the attic or locked up or whatever. And it's just amazing to me because it's such a different culture. There are 3 deer heads hanging in the garage.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to post pictures on the Facebook wall and show you guys because it's just such a foreign world to me. I remember a couple years ago we came down here and my nephews who were like 9 and 11, I think, on the morning, I think it was the morning after Thanksgiving, right? They left the house at 4:00 in the morning to go hunting. Like a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old with their dad.
Yeah, I think that hunting I'm pretty sure, unless there's a different purpose for the rifles that are there, maybe they're skeet shooters or they do some other kind of shooting. But I'm thinking that that all of those rifles are probably for hunting, and because there are probably how many people are in the family? You said there's 4. How many kids? 3 kids in their family?
Yeah, two kids. 2 boys.
So 2 boys, and you probably have, does the mom?
Dad. Yeah, I don't think the mom.
Okay, hunts. So you got 3. So they probably have, the dad's probably got 5 or 6 because he's collected them from his childhood too. I don't think you ever get rid of a rifle unless it's just like a BB gun or something like that. So they probably just say, and each of the kids probably has 1 or 2. So I can see how I can easily mount up to 20 rifles. The question is, do they use it for personal protection, or are they using it for? I'm thinking that's more like a handgun thing is personal protection.
Oh, well, no, but my understanding is they've got tons of handguns in the house also.
Huh.
It just kills me. You know what? I'm going to have to look this up. I was having a discussion with
kills
somebody
me.
the other
Don't
day.
say that. It just kills me.
Yeah, not literally, figuratively, right? Again, it's just such a different attitude. To me, it's like, I love playing guitar. I love mixing it up. My guitars make different sounds depending on what I'm trying to do, and they have different feels, but I don't have 20, I have like 5 guitars. And, it's just crazy to me now. And again, especially since we have 40% of our downloads are from...
But you only play for weddings, so that would, and not saying only weddings and corporate gigs. So that would give you that. Let's just compare it to a certain degree to hunting. So when you go out to shoot pheasant, I think you're using a whole different rifle or a whole different type of gun than you would use if you're going to shoot, let's say, deer, or if you were going to shoot rabbit, or if you were going to shoot elk, and then there's sights, and then there's different. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, Strick, if you were in a wedding band, but you also toured around the country, like take a guy that is, I don't know, give me a great lead guitar player that you can just name that might have some relevance to the people that are listening.
Now, I see where you're going here, Doug, but I'm a little disturbed at how much you know about guns.
No, well, I'm just thinking that's what it's for because...
Okay, but think about this, right? Like, sure, I just play in a wedding band, right? But I play 55, 60 dates a year. How often do you think they go hunting in a year?
Oh, they don't go hunting that much.
Probably not. Well, and again, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. If clearly this is important to them, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I'm all good with that. It's just such a different culture. But the other thing I find interesting is 40% of our downloads are from outside of the U.S., right? Everybody knows there is no place in the entire world that it is as easy to get a gun as it is in the U.S. I mean, if you're in the U.K., the police don't even carry guns in the U.K.
Yeah, but it's our constitutional right, though.
No, I know, but I'm with you. I'm not saying, hey, the law is wrong and we shouldn't have it. I'm just curious as to what people in other countries think of something like this, because it's just it's perception. It's such a different perception. Because like if I were to say, and I don't even want to bring up the subject with my family because I don't want to have an argument about it. It's like, why do you need 20, 30 guns? Why do you feel? And Doug, you may be right. Maybe it's because for the rifles you need different ones for different things. But it's just crazy.
I just think what the other side of it is this, and believe me, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, we should have all these gun rights and we need to protect ourselves. But I do believe that the United States was we became a nation because of a revolution. So the amendments, the Constitution was written based upon, okay, we can't have what happened in England. We cannot have that happen in the United States. So we need to be able to, as citizens, we are the ones that get to make the rules, not the government makes the rules for us. I think originally the Constitution was written with gun rights in mind so that we don't have what's going on what went on that created the revolution. I think the problem, though, is that we interpret things today so much differently than what really was meant by... I think that pretty much if you had a couple of rifles in your arsenal, that you'd probably be okay with hunting. Do you need 20? Well, if you have a couple, what's the difference between a couple and having 20? I mean, are you thinking it's too much firepower for one person to own?
Well, look, everybody's got different things that they think is important. I guess if I really want to have the philosophical argument about what I feel is the right thing versus the wrong thing, like where do you draw the line? To me, to be able to walk into a Walmart in the middle of the day or, at 3 a.m, I mean, there are Walmarts that are open 24 hours a day, and to be able to walk out with a gun, like, people complain about, hey, there's a 3-day wait. Why do I have to wait 3 days to get a gun? Well, why the fuck do you have to have a gun within 3? Why do you need one right now? Like, because you got drunk and you got pissed off at your girlfriend and you got to go buy a handgun at Walmart and you got to walk out the door with it?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. I think that if I wanted to go fishing tomorrow and I wanted to get a license to fish, I should be able to buy my license immediately and be able to use that license. Now, why is it any different when it comes to buying a gun? If I want to go hunting tomorrow, why can't I buy my license and buy my gun? People, we are procrastinators here in the United States. I mean, we know this just as a result of doing this show. When do we typically record Monday's show? We typically record it on Sunday. Now we know it's coming. We know it's all the way here. People don't want to be. They don't want to have to delay.
Doug, the difference I see is that if you accidentally hook me with your fishing pole, okay,
right,
I'm going to pull the hook out, right? If you accidentally shoot me with your gun, there are slightly more severe consequences.
Why is there have to be but why is there a direct correlation between the danger of the gun and the waiting period? Are you saying because people are hot tempered and they're going to buy a gun and they want to go out and immediately shoot? Do you really? What percentage of people that buy guns actually go out and use it to shoot somebody?
Well, I don't know, but
it's probably pretty low.
Well, if you want to make that argument, the argument that I want to make, and I need to look at this up because I have no idea what the statistics are, but the argument that almost every gun owner makes is, I need it for protection, right? I want to protect. If somebody breaks into my home, I want to be able to protect myself. I'm very curious what percentage of home invasions are broken up by a gun.
I would have
in other
to
words,
say,
by the owner being there and owning a gun.
I would say very, very small percentage. But if I wanted to kill somebody, why do I need to use a gun? Mm-hmm. I can just as easily take a rock, or better yet, I'm going to go to a used car dealership, buy the cheapest car I can, and run over that fucker. That's what I'm going to do.
But you're going to have to. But you have to have gotten a driver's license before you could do that.
Yeah, okay. So I'll buy a gun license before I buy my gun. But I think part and parcel, you can do that all at the same time when you just walk into Walmart.
Okay, so what's the cheapest car that you think you could walk out and buy that you could drive off of a lot right now?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
$1,000.
Yeah, I was going to say $1,000 or $2,000, right?
Okay, so you're going to do that, and you're going to kill me, right? And so, first of all, what do you have to do? So you're going to spend $1,000. You're going to get in a car. You got to find me. You got to figure out a place to where I'm actually outside.
Yeah.
I could be sitting in my living room, but I doubt that you're going to try and drive through my front window of my living room and kill me. And even if you do happen to see me out on the street and hit me, you might not kill me. I can walk into Walmart and buy a handgun for probably about $200.
No. Wait. Let's talk rifles only. I think you got to take handguns off because I think there is I'm not speaking from intelligence here, believe me, and I'm not reviewing any product. So everybody just calm down. Easy to go in Dubai or whatever your name is. I am not reviewing, nor do I know what I'm talking about. We're just having a conversation. But I think that there is a waiting period for a handgun. There is no waiting period, I don't believe, for a rifle.
Well, I think it may be state by state, but hey, let's say that, right? Okay, so there's no waiting period for a rifle. So I can go and buy a rifle. Again, I have no idea what they cost, but I got to believe I could get a rifle for $250, $300, something like that.
Right, yep.
Probably. And if I am sitting in my living room and you decide you want to shoot me with a rifle, there's a really damn good chance you could kill me really easily. Okay,
so can't I just buy a $20 Bowie knife and take care of it? It's too messy that way, isn't it?
Do you remember the shoot? This is horrible. The killings in Massachusetts, the elementary school.
No, but go ahead. I don't.
Do you remember when that was?
Mm-mm.
Where it was like 20 people got killed because this guy, this nut job, goes into an elementary school in Massachusetts and starts shooting it up. Did you know that on the exact same day that happened? I can't remember if this was China or Australia. It was either China or Australia. Exactly the same day, some nut job went into a school with a knife and started attacking kids.
Yeah.
And do you know what happened? 20 people got injured.
Oh.
There were no deaths.
Yeah,
I mean, that to me,
guy's just not a good aim. He's not a good aim with a knife. If you know how to use a knife, he's just not a good aim with the knife. I'm not diminishing the severity of the situation with the knife. I don't know, Strick. I mean, I am not, like I said, I am not this big guy that's like, hey, everybody's got to have their gun. I'm not sure how I feel about it. If we let the government take control of when and how we buy weapons and buy guns and the type of weapons that we buy, I think we're just in for, it's just getting the foot in the door to more regulation. And I think that the less regulated that we potentially are. Now, I might have a different opinion if somebody in my family, God forbid, was assaulted with a gun or heaven forbid, somebody was killed. But the way that I feel about it, I like the idea of being able to walk into a Walmart and, or any gun store and being able to buy a gun. Now, I don't mind necessarily having to wait a couple of days because I'm a patient guy, and if I want something, it's not like I'm just thinking today I want a gun and I need it today. If I want it today, I should want it still in 3 or 4 days, right? So why not just wait? I'm okay with that.
Well, you see, that's my argument, is that it's just too easy to just walk into a store and walk out with a gun. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be allowed to have them, and you should be allowed to have as many as you want if you want, because this is America, right? Fucking A, we want to be able to have everything that we want as much as we want. My only argument is that, is it really necessary to be able to walk into a store and walk out 10 minutes later with a gun? I mean, there are more regulations in this country on alcohol, on tobacco, on toys than there are on guns.
I think
it's just crazy.
I think because there is a constitutional amendment to, or there's the Second Amendment of the Constitution gives us the right to carry arms. I think that that because there is not a constitutional amendment about tobacco, and there probably isn't any about alcohol either. What you got going on over there, Strickland?
I'm sitting in my nephew's room recording this podcast, and he just came in to grab something. So I was just trying to get some quiet in this insane house of like 10 people. But it's all good.
Anyway, where were we? I forget.
Well, we are 36 minutes into the podcast. We probably should wrap it up because, we started off being thankful, and we've gotten like really kind of political. But
oh, shit, I lost it.
Facebook page. Let us know your thoughts, because we have a lot of people in other countries. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this discussion. So
interesting. Very, very interesting conversation.
Did you lose me again there, Doug?
I can tell you one thing they don't have in Kentucky. It's a fucking good signal on their internet. One thing to not be thankful for is, where the hell is your internet connection?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we will be doing seamless editing, and the Nice Guys community will not even notice that there were any internet problems. But hey, that's my job.
Well, Nice Guy community, never underestimate the power of nice. Special thanks to everything for this year. We've had an excellent year, and we still got another month to go. But Strickland Bonner, good having you as a podcast host, and I am thankful to have you in my life.
I'm thankful for you as well, Doug, and I would be very thankful if the Nice Guy community would use the Amazon.com link to do their Black Friday shopping to help support the podcast.
All right, you got to put it as the number one, is the first thing that they see on the show notes. That way they can't give any excuse of, I couldn't find the link. Okay?
Click here to shop Amazon. That's what it's going to say. Very first thing.
That is perfect. All right, Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Do you think they could have rambled on any longer today? Blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah.